that's going to be most affected by these economically are California, Texas, and Florida. What kind of sense is that? Your top income generating states, you're going to fuck them over.
Fuck them over. How would they? Can you? I hate to ask. What did you say, Jamal?
Jamal, that was a left.
No, that was a left. That was Jamal.
A left. I'm sorry. What did you say? A left.
These are temporary. These are TPS holders, right? And they're generating income. They're contributing to the GDP.
That is true.
They are not illegal immigrants. Okay. This is just ridiculous.
I actually think that's some people's problem. Like it's more macro than that. They really don't understand. They really don't care because the first of all, if I don't have a fundamental understanding of the issue itself, the only information I have about it is what seems to be the prevailing thought. Is that they're here illegally and they're taking up space and jobs that I could be doing, and that's why I want them gone. It's really not more. I think we tend to think about it more complicated than it is. They're not thinking about it that complexly. It's literally that when it really comes down to it. That's what it was for Notorious. That's exactly what it is for Jamal. And that's what it is for most people that contend that because they don't have a fundamental understanding of the issue itself. So what you're explaining is the upside, which has contributed more to our economy because there have been people, even by Notorious's admission, that people don't want to do certain jobs in our country. These people have filled in that gap. Now, here's the thing. We can talk about whether that's a morally sound issue because they're being paid less. They're essentially, but it essentially being obviously let into the country illegally. But it has serviced companies, corporations. It's supported that, but there's no smoke for the corporations. There's no smoke for them because they are adhering to these things so that they can also, as the perception goes, that cheap labor allows for them to be able to keep moderately priced services for us so that we can actually stop complaining about the eggs and the chicken that you have to pay exorbitantly for now. So it's such a complex issue that they do not understand, but from their own point of view, it does make sense. That's why they're saying what they're saying.
And so, quick question: the Notorious and Omar, have either of you guys gotten promotions since the illegals have gotten kicked out of the country? Just curious. Omar, Notorious.
See, that your attitude is exactly why you guys are losing. And you're going to continue to lose.
No, you're losing.
When you are losing big.
We're all losing.
You are losing bigly as your
green is melting. Because you're having to contend with the fact that this does not make sense to anybody on earth. First of all, these sudden policy shifts are eroding the rule of law and administrative consistency. That's going to affect every single person in this goddamn nation. You can't just trample over the Constitution and wipe your ass with it, and then it still remains in full effect. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, so
being pushed out of the country. Omar, have you gotten a promotion? Notorious, have you gotten a promotion at your job? Because I mean, that's what y'all care about. I mean, the workers of the illegals are gone, right? They're being pushed out. So surely you're there to fill the space, right?
Notorious is a farmer now.
He's going to pick my strawberry.
I explained to you that I didn't want to be led. I do not want to be led.
For 2 cents an hour.
Right. Anybody in their right mind with common sense will not vote Democrat in 2025.
But you still can't sensitively say why. You say that as a matter of talking point, but you can't actually identify why. Because if we start digging into the policies, then you sound stupid.
Look at the average IQ of the voters for Democrats and Republicans.
And Quinn already outlined that President Obama deported more than anybody. And
You still don't have.
Yeah, you just keep saying that. Like, you're saying that because it makes you feel good. But if we start digging into policy, then you don't sound as intelligent. You don't sound intelligent at all when we actually start getting into the minutia, when we actually start digging into policies that would impact people just like you in whatever economic position you are in. We can moderately say that's probably about equal to if you're not in the top 1 or 2% of the people in the country. So this is impacting you as well. It's just that you either seem not to care because you are so invested in the cultural issues that you can't see how this is actually impacting you as well. Now, whatever that reason is, that's your personal assessment of whatever it is. But the bottom line is that these things are impacting you either unbeknownst to you or outside of your care, which doesn't seem like a really smart thing. So in redirect to this, all you're going to say is, this is exactly why Democrats lose, and then we're going to go into another explanation.
Well, hold on, no, Quinn. We know why. We know why they
that's what I'm
are
saying,
winning.
but he just doesn't have any real
We know why
response.
they are winning, though, right? Because they can, the night before they vote on a bill, say, I absolutely will not approve of that bill, and before you go to bed and wake up, they voted for it.
Knowing that
That's
Americans
why
aren't
they
going to
win,
check to
because
see who
they
did.
ride Trump's ding-a-ling.
And they also know that Americans aren't going to go check the list. I mean, at least their voters aren't going to go check the list. But in fairness, most Americans aren't going to go check the voting record to see who actually still voted. That what matters is what they say on TV, because that's what they're paying attention.
But Quinn, you're taking too much time to say too many things. You need to say stuff like what I just said. You need to push that shit back in his damn face over what's really happening. They're not fucking winning. They're fucking scared of Trump. They're worried about their power because it was too many of them didn't even like the bill, voted for it anyway, so they won't be challenged. Come on now, let's talk about what's really
That is
happening.
also true.
That's alignment, right?
We gotta stay focused on what's really happening. He shouldn't be allowed to keep. I appreciate him coming up here saying what he's saying, but he ain't saying shit. We need to be telling the truth.
Well, listen, it was
about
never mine.
the matter.
It was never mine.
He thinks they're winning. They're winning because they do what he says.
Yeah, it was never my. It was never my belief that we were gonna get anything super substantive from Notorious. I never.
Well, don't get me wrong. I love to hear you talk like you got the nicest.
Nah, it was just.
Okay.
But
Sorry.
what you're saying is also true, though,
charged
Deborah.
with sexual harassment. Let me shut up.
That's funny. Wow.
And I do apologize as well.
You too, Deborah. Me and you both, child, because we can talk all night and I wouldn't care. No, one bit.
Anybody on the stage ever heard of Smedley Butler? Is anybody familiar with Smedley Butler?
No.
No. You guys gotta look him up. I just found out about this person. He's a historical figure, one of the most decorated Marines in history, and the narrative around him is so similar to the current days going on. It's insane, but it gives you some context as to the same play and why it's not that it's like it's hard to convince people. Yeah, it's not about people breaking the law, right? It's about scapegoating immigrants. It's about overreach. It's about mass deportations. Right? Mass deportations is it's another thing, right? Mass deportations are impossible because inevitably
I'm listening to
more
this.
people that are.
Excuse me?
Oh, I was asking which room are you in?
I was in the Patty podcast.
Are you still having like Clubhouse Plus or do you want?
Yeah, that account's Clubhouse Plus.
Oh, do you sometimes come in our rooms to listen in
No.
anonymously?
No, because I've only heard you back on the app for 2 days.
True. It's not
Stir the pot.
Or God sent videos of herself
Huh?
sucking her husband. Gani sent me a video of herself sucking her husband.
Oh, I heard all this stupid drama. Yeah.
Yeah, she sent it to me. She sent 2 of them. I was like, oof. It's crazy.
I don't know. You know, there's so much porn out there that, like, I think some people are
She
like.
loves it, I'm telling you. If somebody has to go to the gym, it's her.
Oh, stop projecting.
Yeah, you're right. But, you know, I'm skinnier than her, so that counts.
Oh, you're so petty. You're on like a social audio chat app as a fat ass talking about another fat ass.
How do you know I'm fat? You don't even know how it looks like.
I can hear your voice in your cheeks, okay?
That is not my point. It's just the way I speak. Everyone.
You sound like a Mickey Mouse with a rat with cheese in its mouth when you talk.
I'm crying. No, I'm not. People say I sound skinny.
Listen, I like roasting you because it's a social audio chat app.
I know. I'm just also thinking. I like when you do that, like, go to the gym, Daddy.
It's true because I really am. I'm about to go to the gym, like literally.
Okay.
So.
I'm trying that. Just come online so you can have a talk with him.
I think you want to talk with him. I could care less. You said he's very busy. That means.
I'm projecting.
Oh, you're projecting. I forgot already.
But yeah. There's nothing new going on, I guess. Like, some news being spread around. AJ is back. Do you remember the Palestinian AJ?
No.
Or well, Lebanese, whatever he is. It's
You want to hear a poem?
yeah. I wanted to ask you, do you know the book The Ways of the Tzaddikim?
Yeah, and I think Andrew Meyer told me to get it. I bought it. Yeah.
Oh, Andrew Meyer told you that?
Yeah.
When?
I don't know, a couple of years ago.
Oh, okay. Well, you got it. That's good.
Yeah, I think there's probably even like a couple books like with the same title. Okay, listen to this. This is the 42nd verse of the Tao. Tao gave birth to one, one gave birth to two, two gave birth to three, three gave birth to all the myriad things. All the myriad things carry the yin on their backs and hold the yang in their embrace, deriving their vital harmony from the blending of the two vital breaths. What is more loathed by men than to be helpless, little, worthless? And yet these are the very names the princes and barons call themselves. Truly one may gain by losing, and one may lose by gaining. What another has taught, let me repeat. A man of violence will come to a violent end. Whoever said this can be my teacher and my father.
That's cute.
Yeah, I've been listening to the Tao Te Ching for like the past hour, and it's amazing because like you have when you listen to like a high quality philosophical audiobook, you do because it's like so variable. You do a lot of like reconciliation in your mind. It's a pretty interesting experience.
I never read the Tao Te Ching. Is it like some sort of Torah for the Chinese?
Yeah.
Then what made you read the Tao Te Ching and not the Torah or something?
It's probably just because it's available on YouTube very easily.
Okay.
But when you listen to it,
Mm-hmm.
it's profound.
Okay.
since it's so profound, it like basically runs your brain because it's like clearing your cache and like it's basically like clearing your cache, updating your software every time you listen to it. The Jewish explanation would be it's like a direct transmission from Hashem, from Shemayim. Okay, you want to hear another verse from it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put this one on YouTube as a short. I should just go to the gym right now. See, this is what happens when two fat people start
Okay, go
talking.
to the gym and then we do it later.
No, this is gonna be the last one that I do.
Okay.
I put up a lot of political content yesterday. Like, it's kind of interesting. Oh, Danny's here. Danny, Abby was just talking shit about you and your husband making sex videos.
This is why you should have gone when I told you to. Because, oh, she left us.
When was the last time you had sex, Abby?
I'm a virgin. I don't have sex.
You've never had sex with a man? Wow.
No, never. I never had sex with a man.
Oh, wait till you get your first hand massage from a man. You'll like turn into a
Darkness. I almost said Diego.
turn into a pile of water. Yeah. I don't know why I get their two names
Do
confused.
you think he's like the other day we were looking at the beards, and some guy had like beard like the mustache was hanging above the upper lip. When men have that, how do you kiss a man?
You just press it. You just press right over it. Don't matter.
Do we have that too?
No, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm just saying when you kiss, you kiss. Like there's no fucking complicated or technical
They were
explanation.
saying men with this mustache hanging above their upper lip don't kiss typically. Is that true?
I don't know. I'm not even gonna entertain your question anymore or any further.
Okay, read the poem and then you go to the gym.
Okay, this is the last one. Sorry, I wanted to get the YouTube set up. Okay, we're just gonna go to. How old are you?
32.
32. Okay, we'll do the 30-second one. And this one is your now one. Here we go. Tao is always nameless, small as it is in its primal simplicity. It is inferior to nothing in the world. If only a ruler could cling to it, everything would render homage to him. Heaven and earth will be harmonized and send down sweet dew. Peace and order will reign among the people without any command from above. When once the primal simplicity diversified, different names appeared. Are there not enough names now? Is this not the time to stop? To know when to stop is to preserve ourselves from danger. The Tao is to the world what a great river or an ocean is to the streams and brooks. Tao is always nameless, small as it is in its primal simplicity. It is inferior to nothing in the world. If only a ruler could cling to it, everything would render homage to him. Heaven and earth will be harmonized and send down sweet dew. I'm calling that what is Tao.
Now it's like God.
Yeah, but this is a decompression and an explanation.
Okay, you go to the gym. I'm also leaving. Thank you.
What do you think, Robert? What do you think, Roberto?
When the master governs, the people are hardly aware that he exists. Next best is a leader who is loved. Tao is always nameless. Small as it is in its primal simplicity, it is inferior to nothing in the world. If only a ruler could cling to it, everything will render homage to him. Heaven and earth will be harmonized and send down sweet dew. Peace and order will reign among the people without any command from above. When once the primal simplicity diversified, different names appeared. Are there not enough names now? Is this not the time to stop? To know when to stop is to preserve ourselves from danger. The Tao is to the world what a great river or an ocean is to the streams and brooks. Tao is always nameless. Small as it is in its primal simplicity,
You know something about Jewish law?
it is inferior to nothing in the world. If only a ruler could cling to it, everything will render homage to him. Heaven and earth will be harmonized and send down sweet dew. Peace and order will reign among the people without any command from above. When once the primal simplicity diversified, different names appeared. Are there not enough names now? Is this not the time to stop? To know when to stop is to preserve ourselves from danger. The Tao is to the world what a great river or an ocean is to the streams and brooks. Tao is always nameless. Small as it is in its primal simplicity, is inferior to nothing in the world.
Finish with July the 4th, which is always amazing to me because we weren't free in 1776.
This open comments about. In some cases, even that's becoming.
But no, and that's the part. And let's see.
She goes ahead. A great nation.
We got people doxing. We got people assaulting ICE agents. We got crowds assaulting.
Tao is always nameless, small as it is in its primal simplicity. It is inferior to nothing in the world. If only a ruler could cling to it, everything would render homage to him. Heaven and earth will be harmonized and send down sweet dew. Peace and order will reign among the people without any command from above. When once the primal simplicity diversified, different names appeared. Are there not enough names now? Is this not the time to stop? To know when to stop is to preserve ourselves from danger. The Tao is to the world what a great river or an ocean is to the streams and brooks. Tao is always nameless.
And let's see, regarding, Obama. Yeah, Obama did.
She goes ahead of the people. A great nation. Thus,
Like that, I think that these AGs, these prosecutors, should get like that, I think.
the name of the song is Iran, Tehran, Esfahan. Right, Rumi.
Setting. And so when we see ice on, yes.
Tao is
In the
Why don't you? And I meant get you next.
She goes ahead of the people.
We got people doxing.
We got people doxing.
Tao is always nameless. Small as it is in its primal simplicity.
I don't know.
Let me
But that's what I'm saying. But in the beginning, your argument was they were auditing the whole.
They weren't fine. They weren't fine.
The majority of those employees were not terminated.
So the I-9 forms themselves did not identify an undocumented worker.